One Saturday, Kioma announced to Ayo, "I heard of this new couture place where all the Lagos big women go. We're going there tomorrow to get an outfit for my mother's birthday." The next day they walked into Kemi's fashion couture. Ayo felt out of place among the elegant designs, barely listening as Kioma barked orders at him. Growing impatient, Kioma called out, "Excuse me, where's your boss? I need to speak with her directly." At that moment, Kemi stepped out of her office. She looked confident and elegant in a bespoke Ankara dress with intricate beadwork. When Ayo saw her, his face went pale. "Kemi?" Ayo muttered in disbelief. Kemi smiled, her tone professional. "Yes, how can I help you?" It wasn't the shy smile Ayo remembered from their school days. This was the smile of a woman who had overcome her past. Kioma, unaware of the tension between them, looked at Ayo and asked, "You know her?" Ayo swallowed hard, feeling a mix of shame and regret. "Yes, we went to school together." Kemi turned to Kioma, maintaining her smile. "Welcome to Kemi's Fashion Couture. How can we assist you today?" Kioma pointed at Ayo. "My husband here doesn't know anything about good clothes. I need your best fabrics for my mother's birthday." Kemi glanced at Ayo, then looked back at Kioma. "Of course, we can get you something special. Please follow me," she said, leading Kioma to a selection of exclusive fabrics. Ayo stood there, frozen, memories flooding his mind of the girl he once belittled and called a local tailor. Now Kemi was no longer that shy girl from Ibadan. She was a confident, successful businesswoman with an air of authority. After finalizing her order, Chioma turned to Ayo, who stood motionless, his mind still wandering through memories of his past with Kemi. "Ayo," she called, her voice laced with impatience. He didn't respond, too deep in thought to hear her. "Are you deaf?" "Carry the bags," she snapped, her words snapping him back to the present. Embarrassed, Ayo quickly gathered the bags, his expression a mix of shame and frustration. From a distance, Kemi watched, holding back a smile as Ayo awkwardly picked up the heavy bags. She didn't feel the need for revenge or gloating. Her success was proof enough of the life she had rebuilt without him. As they left the shop, Ayo glanced back one last time, seeing Kemi give instructions to her staff, confidently managing her business. He couldn't shake off the sting of regret. Ayo thought he had found happiness in wealth, but all he had really found was a life of constant servitude and disrespect. Back at home, things didn't improve. Kioma continued to belittle him, and her parents made all the decisions about their child's upbringing. Ayo grew more frustrated and unhappy by the day. His life felt like a gilded prison, without love, respect, or genuine happiness. Finally, Ayo reached a breaking point he could no longer ignore. One evening he confronted Kioma, expressing his frustration and demanding to be respected as a husband and father. Kioma, however, only laughed. "Ayo, you don't understand. This is how things work in our family. You married me for security and now you have it. So why are you complaining?" Kioma retorted. Ayo's voice shook with emotion. "Kioma, this isn't a marriage, it's a prison." Seeing his resolve, Kioma's expression turned cold. "If you can't handle this, then maybe you should leave," she said. That night, Ayo made the difficult decision to pack his things and leave, realizing he had nothing in the house that truly belonged to him. He was starting over from scratch, finally accepting how his greed and pride had led him down this path.